Hello everyone, this is Thomas Pepin, NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin and let's play some NHL. Continuing the franchise mode series where I've taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're on season 18, episode 8. We should be able to finish the off-season pretty quickly here. It's just depth players we need to get, and maybe a couple miscellaneous things. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be getting set up for the next season as well. And that's probably, we might get a start on the season, but we won't get too much done if we do, probably. One thing I did off stream, oh, and sorry again if there's any noise in the background, dog chewing on a bone. Of course, every single time that I'm about to stream it decides, hey, now's a great time to chew on a bone. So anyways. Yeah, what I was going to say is at the end of last stream, off stream, I wanted to see if there's any of the free agents I was targeting that got picked up that I missed from how I was looking at things before. And I think I figured out, so the solution to monitor the players that I want is just every 3 days, because like I said, typically a player won't sign a contract quicker than 3 days after being offered. So every 3 days I just go and take a look at well, in this case it's the two-way contracts, or actually, well, I guess maybe it might even be better if I just take a look at the whole list and then organized by teams interested, because then you can see all the players that have had offers made to them, and then just scan through, see if any of the guys are guys that I wanted to get, and then if they've been offered, then that means you need to offer, and if they haven't, then you can just wait until it's time. Yeah, so anyways, and I guess the other thing we should be monitoring is the two-way contract screen to see if they've changed from one-way to two-way. But anyways, so there's a few things to monitor. It's not exactly easy. The other thing I discovered is well, I've seen it before, but where you can, I forget what it's called, pin players, put them on a list basically. But the thing is there's no functionality from that list for you to offer contracts or anything like that. So all it does is tells you where they are, which is, I mean, yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me. So, yeah. So anyways, so it doesn't look like there's any tools to make it easier on me either. So, anywho, so one guy was signed by another team, Ottawa, in this case, that was on our list of players to sign, and so I might go trade for him. I think I will. We'll just use some crappy asset or trade multiple players to pick him up, something like that. Yeah, that's probably what I'll try to do, is trade multiple players. So the other thing I looked at is I have a lot of players, having thought about it more and based on how I was targeting players, that I shouldn't actually be keeping. And in particular, because they're old, there's no development room. So a great example is this guy here. He's exact 7th D, 75 overall, 27. So I mean, like, there's not going to be any changes for the better. Yes, he played okay in the time that he played with us, and yes, he could continue to play well. But why keep an asset that's certain to be no better than he currently is, when you could get a guy that's likely to be better already and has potential? So Connolly, Hakana, there's a number of guys there that we could actually trade. So I think that's what we'll do first. LaBelle is not one of them. That was a mistake. Connolly, Hakana. The guy from Ottawa, his trade value wasn't crazy high. Dog, I don't want your bone. I can't help you with your chewing. I'm not going to hold it. I need both hands accessible. And I've tried holding it with my feet for you, but that's not working, so don't put it at the drink holder. What are you doing, dog? Here. Give me 1 sec, sorry. I gotta deal with this annoying dog. Okay, let's see if we can do this. If I go like this, and you go like that. That kind of works. Then now where was that guy? Well, I guess he doesn't want me to hold it like that. Ronaldo's the guy. People want Canna, so we're going to try to trade some guys that other people don't. Dog, stop bringing me your bone. I don't want it. And it's unfortunate because some of these guys might have played well. Dog. So let's just make sure with some of these guys. Oh, people do want long. Okay, so who else is there? Art Meyer. Did we just sign him? Maybe that was a mistake then. This dog keeps like communicating with me. He's like, I want you to hold on to this. And I'm like, no. Love hurts. So a guy like this, for example, I was debating on if I wanted to keep him. So what is that? 32 points. So it's borderline anyways. And we extended him. See, I don't want to trade a guy that we just extended because it's going to hurt our reputation and stuff. Oh, that's loud. Severin, did he... No, we can get rid of him. Those guys for the Ottawa guy. I doubt it. See, he's still got development room, but I don't know if we should keep him. It almost feels like we just signed this guy. There's no way for me to figure that out. I'm pretty sure Connolly was a previous signing, so like, I guess what we can do then is maybe not. Oh yeah, actually that would work. So then we trade down one. I think one of these should work before we get to 7. I mean, till we get after 7, I guess. Just a 4th. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so Connolly. Somebody wants Pedersen. I don't think we just extended Pedersen, so I think that one's okay. Saverin. Canna. They want both. Anybody else we have? I feel like we just signed Long, so I don't want to trade him. 26. And Art Meyer has 3 years, right? Yeah, so I think we just signed him. Well, at least we learned for the future. Whoops. Well, let's trade somebody else, and if it hurts our reputation, then so be it. 26, 27, 27. Oh, but this guy's, he had everything we were looking for, so we want him even though he's old. So that's the one case where we're willing to keep an older guy if he's got all the characteristics that we want. Novikov. Okay. If we get in trouble for that, whatever. Okay, so we'll save that. There's, having looked, oh, actually, before I forget, so Ronaldo was a great example of a guy with trade value that, based on my targeting, it means that my targeting's right. And then we also have some other guys that were signed where they had extra trade value, which again, it just proves that how I'm targeting people is, at least in terms of trade value, is correct. Whether or not they'll turn into good players, that's a different story. So there were two guys that are apparently two-way contracts that were on our list that we wouldn't have otherwise seen. So there's a 76, I think he's a defenseman. His name is Crust. Oh, he's a forward. Well, I thought one of them was a defenseman. So we should be able to sign. And see, in this case, he's 22. And he's got most of what we want. So that's the thing, is that unless they're perfect, we're always going to go with a younger guy, but when they are perfect, we'll go with the older guys. And then Henrique is the other guy, 75 overall. I thought one of them was a D, or it's the guy that we just traded for. I can't remember. I don't get, why don't these show up in like alphabetical order or something, or based on some. Oh, maybe it goes by salary. I don't know. I guess he's a centerman. And again, he's pretty close to exactly what we want. It's a two-way, so we can offer. So that's 4. That brings us to 47. We still have a bunch of guys that we want to sign. And we don't have the space for it, so I don't know. Maybe I will trade more guys that are currently on the team. But the other guys that are on my list, maybe some of them might be the older guys. So, because I was coming up with that better strategy in the middle of it. So, yeah. Now I can't remember where I was at with the other stuff. Didn't we offer? No, he already accepted it. Okay, so then what was the other thing? We were gonna get another defenseman, I think was the plan. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, so we do need one more defenseman, but I thought we were waiting on more for cap hit. Were we considering signing any of these guys? It's only asking for 7.9 now? Oh, again, what am I thinking? We have to get that defenseman. But that gives us the ability to sign somebody that's like 7 million. Or, well, up to 9, but I mean 7 million, probably the smartest amount. I think that was it. We have our coaches, we have our scouts. I guess so. So, Boychuk is off the list. You know what? Because if I think we offered some other people, so then maybe we will have space for people, or it's going to be close anyways. 2, 3 days. So Hybert, Enrique off the list. Oh, the other thing I should say, so there were other guys that we missed from how I was looking at things before, but it wasn't a big deal because they turned out being signed to one-way contracts. So the only one that I actually missed was the guy that went to Ottawa that we traded for. So, yeah. But anyways, I've learned my lesson about how to monitor players better. So it shouldn't happen again. Whoops, wrong thing. Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea to look there. So I've got one offer left, 3 more spaces. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more guys on the list. So then that means if we would have to trade 3 players. And it didn't hurt my reputation yet from trading those guys. So, well, I don't know exactly what the impact would be. It said it once before in this game mode. It previously used to make it extremely difficult for like signing people. But yeah, I think you would have to do it like crazy often for it to do something. In this version of the game at least. Okay, so now let's look at things using the new strategy that I was talking about. Nino's not on the list. Corson, no. Nelson, I'm pretty sure no. Okay, so none of our guys, are they available two-way? Wiseman was 1, no. Forsberg at 78. No. Follett at 76. Ooh, he's available. He's 24. See, he's got X Factor things, which makes me want to take him, but his stats aren't the best, and his ratings aren't the best. But they're so close. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay. And Downey at 76. So that's 3. There's space for one more. Samuelson at 76. I might have missed him already. And there was Sparks at 75, but we can't do. So, I guess that means we will trade the guys, even if we just sign them. So you either have to be perfect, or you're gone. So Long's gone. Boychuk would be perfect. Yes. So that one's. So this is an example of a guy that's over age, but has everything. So he's got all the skating, strength is good, puck skills, shooting are all good, offensive awareness is good. So he's an offensive player that we can call up, and he could play fourth line, or we might actually put him immediately at fourth line. On that note, yeah, so Lindzen still has it all. Because I was thinking, what if he went down? Peteni. See another example. He's got everything, so we can't. Even though he's old, we can't get rid of him. 26. So it looks like 26 you're still developing, and then 27 is when it locks in, I'm guessing. So yeah, look at all these players. So Hybert has trade value. Henrique, Kultanen, another. Oh, but that's one of the guys that we actually wanted. Itseyev, Valk. So a bunch of guys that we signed have value. Locke has a chunk. Paulson, we knew that already, but he's going to be used for a trade eventually. So and that's the only guy, I guess. Then we'll use him in the 7th to move up to something. Let's try a 4th. Seems unlikely, but you never know. 5th probably. Yeah. So that gives us one more spot. We won't go with that Sparks guy that's 75. I was just about to say that, but what if he's 75 but he's only 20 and then he's actually a good choice? Let's just go check. There he is. He's 24. Nah, we're going to remove him from the list. He's close to what we're looking for, but not quite. And the fact that his age is higher. No, I don't know. No, we'll leave him on the list, but we'll make him an acquisition later. After a few games, then we trade away, like for example, that guy that has value, and then we try to sign him. If he's still available, he might not be, but we'll see. Is there anybody else? Because I'm thinking now, what about the 26-year-olds? He did play with us. He played well. What's his ratings? Nah. Same with him. So he was one of our, well, both of them were our later picks. So we can get rid of them. Turn a 5th down to a 3rd, maybe? I think if you separate it, then I might be able to turn this into a 3rd. Try. No. Maybe if I go with the team, the value's less. Yeah, it worked. Okay. So that clears 2 more spots, and I think that's going to be enough for everybody. It's going to be pretty darn close. Okay, so Karastin is off the list. ever turn into two-way? Not yet. Nope. Oh, I almost forgot to erase him. Billette, Downey, Samuelson. So there's 3 more guys on the list. I forget how many days I sent forward. So we have 3 more spots and 3 more guys left. So 79, Forsberg. Oh, he's not even there. Did I miss him? Oh, 78 Forsberg, that's why. It was 79 Wiseman. But he might have actually been signed. So I didn't see him. And I don't think this is the guy because he's defensive. So Wiseman I'll have to go figure out. Forsberg, not two-way, and somebody's offered, so we're going to miss out on him. Yeah, so that's no big deal though. Then I forget if I just offered for Sparks. No, I don't think I did. But now I can definitely. Make sure it's the right guy. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna go search for Wiseman and see what happened. So yeah, watch list is what you can do, but it doesn't, like, you can just put them on the list and it doesn't really, like, it'll tell you where they are and whatever, but beyond that it does nothing else. Like, it should, what you would want is from that screen you can offer a contract, go to make a trade, things like that. Unless I like screwed up and missed those options, I'm pretty sure they don't exist. So anyways, oops. Wiseman. $79. Pretty sure that's the guy. And he was signed to a two-way. So I guess I missed him. Wasn't this guy? Yeah, defensive defenseman. So I guess we'll trade with the Lightning to pick him up. And we signed Sparks. So let's go pick him up. So maybe it probably didn't happen on this stream, so maybe it's just a guy I forgot to, or I didn't notice when I searched last time. Was it one? How's that a two-way contract? I guess the league minimum's that high now. Let's trade for him and a fourth. Oops. Him and a fifth. Six. It's gotta work at a seventh. Okay, good. So annoying that we have to give up assets to get guys that we could have signed for free, but take the punishment for doing things poorly. Okay, so I think that's everybody that we wanted to pick up. And that'll be one contract shy if we get Sparks. Oh, and then we're trading for a guy too, so then, yeah, we'll be right on exactly what we want. So then this is going to be all the off-season stuff. Let me just make sure I didn't forget anything. Trading block, budget, scouts, coaches. Everybody's extended, I believe. He's the guy we just picked up. Man, he's a good asset. Bachman, we're not going to extend because he wants too much. 6 whatever million for 79 defenseman, no way. Just got this guy, so he's not going to extend. Okay, so everything should be done. Yeah. So then we'll sim forward to the next season. I think I just saved, but I can't remember. And I'm not going to do that trade until we get to the next season. And the reason is I want all the development and stuff to have taken place. So, for example, if it's a young guy, which is what we would want, like a young defenseman, we want to let them actually get better. And then also it tells us, so for example, Bachman, if he got better and all that kind of stuff. So it tells us if we want to keep him and then trade him once he gets to RFA. And I'm doing this day by day just in case there's something that comes up that's relevant. Okay, let's save. So First thing I was going to say I want to do, but then I thought of something else. So Trevika, oh, he's ready to play too. Trevika, was there anybody else? He's gonna go down. He goes down. Locke. Bachman did get better. And, well, so Locke got better. He wasn't an 80 in the offseason when we picked him up for free. So those were all the guys that can go, or that I want to have go down. Yeah, so it looks like all of them, even Trevika. So I don't want to send him down at 85. But we've got so many guys. I'll do that first, and then once I get an idea of what we're dealing with, then we'll figure out the rest. So, wait. So Sidhu didn't even get better. So Bachman, Nemechek will send down. We need a depth D. That guy's the main guy. And then do we have a good 7th defenseman? Man, he's one off on balance, and the rest of his stuff is quite good. So it's doable. Is anybody else better? So he's not as good. I doubt we're going to go with the 76 defenseman. So then, who was it? Mers. So he could be our 7th. No, sorry. So, he would just be temporary call-up because, yeah, this gives us then 7D. I thought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, because Bachman's down, so never mind. So yeah, this gives us a 6. So it was what I was wanting to do. Gosselin stayed the same. Anything going on with the rest? I think Ness went up 1. So Ness says no for waivers, so that means he should be able to go up and down without getting claimed. Mikanov can. Gosselin, no. So in that case, then I think what we'll do is we'll go through the same thing as normal. We'll have 3 goalies. If Ness doesn't play well, then he goes down to the AHL, and because it's when you send them down they can get claimed, I believe, right? Yeah. Call up doesn't impact anything. So I think, unless I'm making a stupid mistake, but so what we'll do is we'll run these 3. Mikanov, no matter what, he's going to stay up because he's franchise goalie, and I'm sure he's going to play well. If Nets plays bad, he goes down. We bring up Barrett for the rest of the season because we can't send him back down afterwards. So that's going to be the plan for goalies. Now for forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 apparently. So Locke's balance is a smidge low. His track record's not that great. He can't be sent down. So we might start him in the AHL then. I thought one of those two guys had where they weren't missing something that we were looking for. Boychuk has everything, so he'll come up. Archibald, I believe it was the same thing. Yeah, he has everything too. So, I don't know if... Yeah, they would have to go through waivers too. But, also these guys are more likely to clear waivers than the other guys. So if these guys don't play well, we could send them down or trade them if we're worried about them being claimed. And I think we have enough forwards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing an extra. So I guess one of those guys do stay up. Did I mess up? So, Ransoff, Taves, Moss, Martins, Layton, McLean, Savage, Dwyer, Demers, Boychuk, Archibald. No, so I didn't mess up. There's one more. Which one? So we're going to go with whoever has the better track record. He's got good NHL numbers in the one season, then bad in the AHL, which is weird. It seems like, though, some of these players, they're made to be better in the NHL than in the AHL. And it happens in real life sometimes, too, which is odd, but since they're both basically the same, and they were both first-round picks, so he was 31, and I'm pretty sure the other guy's higher, 20. So just because of, and also the role, it says he's supposed to be a third-line center, or third-line, checking. So I guess the game's thinking he's going to be good, so we'll just follow their advice. Does it say anybody is not supposed to be good? No, it says everybody's supposed to be in their roles that they are, or they're better than their roles. Depth D. So he should be functional. We'll go sort out the lines later. Let's first clear the trade block. This always annoys me. then we'll go trade for that defenseman. Oops. Well, first we're going to have to find him and then trade for him. And then, so our current contract should be one short. Yeah, perfect. All right, so I'm going to save that too. Oh, and I forgot to clear out guys on my list, so let's do that. Okay. Next up is trade. So we need, do we even have assets to trade with? Oh, that first round pick really tanked. We'll see what their team looks like, and we'll cross our fingers that they do poorly, because the plan was based on. I have a feeling that the way the programmers set it up is that your team, the division that your team's in is made to be all good no matter how bad the teams are. It seems like that every single season. So I'm just going to try to outsmart the programmers, developers, whatever you call them. And what I had thought was, okay, if I'm going to be playing so well in my division, there's got to be a team that does really poorly, and it never seems to be the case. So if people are going to lose points in the standings, then it would make sense that somebody in our conference at least gets hurt really bad. And if it's not in our division, then we choose the weakest of the other division and cross our fingers that they do poorly. And it seems like there's always something like that. And then somebody in the Western Conference theoretically should also do very poorly. So I don't think I'll ever pick any first round picks, like trade for any first round picks in our division anymore, because it feels like there's something going on with how they've set up the games. So anywho, so I was just checking if there is assets to trade with, which we ballpark do. We shouldn't be at 85. He shouldn't be in junior. That's pretty high overall, but we've got other. Savage is 85. So if Dwyer was less than 83, if he was like 81, then I'd consider trading him to clear up that spot. And then again, Bure is supposed to be an asset that we trade eventually. Potentially. I say that, but it's not certain. Oh, I didn't realize his strength is only 78 as well. So the other guy's actually better than this guy for strength. So then technically it's Trevica we want to trade, and we would rather Bure because he at least has an extra year of development not to be that low. Huh. Well, that changes things. Turgeon was a guy we want, yeah. That's interesting. I thought for sure he'd develop out of that rating. Anywho, distracting myself from what I'm supposed to do, which is find a defenseman. The other thing, though, is that is relevant because one of those guys is a trade piece. And so to know which one's the right one, if we find a guy, would allow us to know which one to trade. Gunderson's actually, how much did he sign for? Or sorry, how many years? 6. To 33. And I think that's basically what we offered. So Gunderson's one. I should actually make a list because I have a habit sometimes of not making a list. So I generally do, obviously. But I should be always doing it so I don't have to go back and look at things multiple times. So he's a thought. Balance isn't good enough. Otherwise, he'd be good. Same sort of thing. Defensive. He's close. Looks like Arizona's a lot better this season. Recent seasons, they haven't been good. Paxman. Isn't he good? 30 some odd points. He's always been a guy that's been on our radar. We've never picked up. Says he fits in none. I don't know if I believe that. He's got everything we want. Is there something wrong with the... Oh, 8 million? For 30 points, I can't justify that. Oops. Look at those stupid contracts. Boomer was a guy that was available, so it's endurance. Kyver, too old. Yeah, so he stayed at 79. He didn't even go back up. Oh, it was 5.9. I thought he was more than that. Anyways, 25, no good. Who's this? Oh, that's why. Ripon, I think, was defensive. Oh, he was two-way. Johnson's the guy we've had. He's got everything we're looking for. I think we've had him twice, haven't we? Yeah. First time didn't work out. Second time, I think he wanted too much money. He's been good. What's his cap hit again? 8. Yeah, I can't justify that. No. It's funny seeing all the guys we used to have, like Moss, Lowe, at these stupid contracts. You guys can pay that, we're not paying it. So yeah, if they're going to be like a 79 overall or whatever, the only way... Oh yeah, we can't get him. The only way I'm going to go for them is if they're like 23 or something. this guy's got everything. He's 23, but he's 78. How many years? 1 year. Nah. Koivunen. 18 million for a defenseman. Yeah, this is one guy we were looking at, 23, and he has everything. Does he take penalty minutes? No. Because I saw his rating was high. He might be the choice. K-O-C-H-A-N-O-V for Minnesota. I mean, like his puck skills aren't the best. Shot accuracy is not the best. Poise is low, but he's 23, and he doesn't have much of a track record, but how much? 2 years left. So that's also not ideal, but saving that cap space, not that we need to, I just feel like it's better call if just to give us flexibility and stuff. If we decide to pick somebody up for the deadline, or I mean, I've never really done it, but you never know. Oh yeah, this is that guy that he not driven a win. Again, I don't know if that actually means anything, but I'll just trust the game. Man, they're pretty good on D. Well, for overall, their actual stat ratings aren't that great. Mui. Balance if it was one better. Has he played yet? What's his story? Mediocre. 77-21. Oh yeah, this is yeah, he could play. What's his story? 15-58. Yeah, but he's gonna get benched, so it just that's not the right call. 25. Strength is too low, but everything else is good. It's close. So yeah, for some of those other guys, we'll let them develop on those other teams, and then if they turn out having good contracts, we'll go steal them. But oh yeah, this is how much is he at? He's making a good contract. How bad has he done since? He's done good since he's been with us. Very good, actually. Why did we get rid of him? I thought he was one of the guys that played poorly. I guess it must have been for cap space. 3 years. I kind of like having him back. 32 years old is a bit old. I think I like him better than Gunderson. I don't know if I like him more than the Minnesota guy because he's young at least. Who's this guy? So at the moment, I think that's kind of where I'm leaning, but I don't know for sure. He's not bad. That's a good cap hit. Let's see. Lewis? Huh. 27. But the problem, so he's 80 overall. If he has anything go wrong with his ratings, he gets into the 79s, and then he's not good enough anymore. I don't think those guys are worth looking at. Oh. Wasn't this guy... Yeah, it affects his professionalism. 79-18. Oh yeah, defensive, that's why. No. No. And what's this guy's story? No. Huh. So this is kind of tough. So Minnesota, what is your story again? You're 23, 80 overall, top 4D, bit lacking in some of your ratings. Not much history. Played well in the AHL. His second season, first season was miserable. Not much data to use. 4,023,000. 23, 23, 23. I gotta remember that. He's 27. Lots of years. 86 poise. Stats are good. The plus minus is concerning, kind of, but if the team's bad, then that really doesn't mean much. I mean, well, his production is kind of so-so. Saren Hamo. I gotta figure out how to pronounce that. It appears as though there was never a big reason to get rid of him. It must have been because like that. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Well, the penalty minutes is a bit high, but he hasn't really. Actually, he has done similar, but his production's been pretty good. How was he in the playoffs? Great most recently. Mediocre for us. How many years left? 3 brings him to 35. I'm leaning towards him, actually. Last guy is Bruin. Bruin is top 4D, 27. So younger, lower cap hit. Poise is... Oh, I forgot to check what's his face's poise. 87. So pretty good. He also has X Factor things, which helps for combinations and stuff, whereas this guy doesn't. His performance is less as well. Trade value is super low though. How many years left? 2 years. God, that's tough. See, this trade value is a bit high. So it looks like it must have been a cap situation why we got rid of him. Toronto would be over maximum cap for next year. Interesting. What is causing that? It would be funny if the reason we got rid of him was because of cap space, and the reason we can't get him is because of cap space. The other thing is, Sidio hasn't developed more. He hasn't played well, like noticeably well at least. He was injured. So if you prorate that, it's actually not bad. I'm just surprised he hasn't gone up in his overall. Let's see what the amount. So it's only, we're basically $1 million or so off. Because if this contract makes it work, do we have any one-way contracts that we can get rid of? Oh, we just extended Sidhu too. I guess we're keeping him. Coltonen, I guess theoretically would be expendable. And everybody else is two-way. So that it's funny, that extra goalie that we did for long term cap space is actually what's the amount that's hurting us for this move. That's pretty funny. So it's ironic that we do that for cap spending later, but it's affecting us now. So I guess, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure LTIR does allow you to, like, theoretically, we could get him. Oh, but it would still impact next year's thing, anyways. So I guess he can't be done. Bruin was so inexpensive. It's almost worth getting him. 27, so he's not really going to get any better. Yeah, because his rating is now set to exact. Maybe because his team wasn't that good. Gunderson. Oh, Gunderson we probably can't do because of it's got to be the same cap issue. Yeah, so we can't even go for him. And then the Minnesota guy is the last one. Shanov, 23. He costs less. So he's higher trade value, costs less, younger, can still grow. God, that's super tough. Trade value or it's basically trade value versus age right now. So the older guy's going to be more stable. We're trying to win another cup. Young guy can develop. You don't need to rely on him necessarily. I think this guy makes the most sense. Second round's more than enough? Surprising. Third. Seventh. We might be able to get away with 2/3 actually on this one. 2/3 for him and he. Let's try fourth, probably no. Fifth. Six. No. Or we do the second and then we ask for more back. Okay. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. We'll save that. So it would have been nice to have a better defenseman, but we're kind of restricted there. All right, let's do a rough version of the lines. Man, it's funny because you look at all the X Factor, like our team is just so stacked every year. Okay, so Moss, I believe, is always going to be our first. Threlfall always on our second. Whether he's center is a different story. Martins is on our first line. Rins, I believe, is on our first. So we'll keep that as it was. They did quite well together. 113. He won the Art Ross. 80 and 82 is not, I mean, obviously it's great, but then Martins was stellar. So Moss could go to a different line theoretically. Yeah, maybe like third. Taves is on, on the second. He'll stay there for now. Threlfall's there, and then the rest are all in the air, actually, I guess, except for Leighton. Maybe he goes to the first. So he was good. Actually, same as Moss, basically. I didn't know his strength was only 79. Whoops. So no, I think I'm gonna put him on the third. Left shot. Dwyer is a centerman. How convenient. Clean. You don't really fit that well. So we need somebody for the second line. I guess Leighton technically could go there. Can Moss play on the second line? Not as good. Clean on the second line, not really. Leighton. He is a sniper, and sniper. So that's why. Renz is sniper. I think he's, yeah, power forward sniper. Sniper. Power forward. We have no playmakers right now? That's an oopsie. Huh. So that means we need to have power forwards, I guess, are the only ones that will make the lines with any extra chemistry. So then Dwyer's going to have to go there. Shoots left. Then no centerman there. So McLean doesn't fit. Like he's a power forward. If it's on the first, Martins can't go second. Puppy dog's dreaming. Making funny noises. So it would have to be Moss that would move. Why do they get a +5? If he goes there. I guess it must be line fit or something. Shoots left wing. Martins can play center. Who has a better ceiling? Moss does. This is tough. I didn't realize I had no playmakers. I should have paid attention to that. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It'll all, I'm pretty sure, work out fine, but... I think that's the best it's going to get. We're not going to have a centerman, I guess, on our third line. Can anybody do face-offs? Not really. Not well, at least. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. So yeah, maybe that's something I wasn't factoring in that I should have, which is, well, this guy went down in his overall, I think, didn't he? I can't remember. I don't think we're putting a lock in there, right? Yeah, I should have factored in player selection given player type. So playmakers I should have targeted rather than just their stats. But that being said, I mean, I don't think it makes a difference because I've had, well, perfect example is last season, line number 1 had a +2 chemistry and everybody did quite well. Moss not as much, but or I mean, not as well, but Rans and Martins did fantastically. So I guess no, it's not relevant. Or it's relevant, it's not important. The thing that sucks is that I would like a centerman there on the third line. Taves can do face-offs. What happens if I do that? Could do that. Leighton performed just as good. Taves is 23 and was basically a point per game. Leighton is 22. He was basically a point per game. So then, why not? Then he can go center. But is it much of a difference? That's the problem. Nah, it's not enough of a difference. Yeah. Okay, so then that's good. Then who? 80, 72, 61, so that's a no-brainer. Demers shoots right, Boychuk shoots left, that's also a no-brainer. So that's a pretty good fourth line in my opinion. Defense, we did. Okay, so Mears, we're replacing with, what's his name? Kazhanov. He fits left, right, left, left. So he can play on his off wing. What's his fit like? Okay. So our D's not ideal, but I'm okay with it. It'll be good enough, I think, at least. And then worst case, if we need to do any trades, we will. So that's what we'll do for the lines for now. What I want to see, I'm pretty certain the guys. He's a sniper. I thought he was a playmaker. He's a power forward. Okay, so then I'm not certain, and I was wrong. So having any of those guys doesn't make any difference for line fit, so we'll let them develop. I'd like to have this guy up in the NHL, but we should give him a year to develop. Oh yeah, Bachman. We call up. I forgot about that. So those lines are not correct. So it's Kultinen comes off, Bachman comes on. And then, yeah, we'll... I was just about to say we're going to trade him in the offseason, but are we? What are his contract expectations? Did he increase it? No, it's about the same. I mean, that's not a bad contract. How did he do last season? 16 and 66. He did go up in his overall. So then maybe we shouldn't have traded for that guy. Yeah, but what's the... So 6.975 times 0.85 equals 5.93 for him. 5.93. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that bad. .93. So it's basically, yeah, the same as Heward. He's 21, 80 overall. He's nearly the same. Well, actually, yeah, you know what? It's not a bad idea anyways. Play out the year. If he does well, though, the problem is he might ask for more. But yeah. Maybe I should have just... was he injured or did he just get benched? Yeah, he was benched. That's the... It's because we were putting our eggs in the Sidhu basket and he didn't develop as well. So maybe we trade Sidhu, but we just extended him 8 years. Annoying. Anywho. Well, we just have better depth, I guess, this season then. And that's okay. And then what we could do... The guy we just signed... Kultinen. How long did we sign him for? 4 years. So we could just trade that and then extend Bachman. Yeah, we got a bunch of options anyways. So we're just deeper. And maybe we're risking because maybe he is worth that contract if he develops, but the problem is we don't really know. I don't know. It's all... I probably, looking back on it now, I probably should have just extended him, not bothered picking up one of the, like the guy that we just picked up, because he's better than the guy we just picked up, and the cap hit's about the same, and it would have filled out our cap spending better, so I don't know. Anyways, so if I could have changed, or if I could change that, I would, but it's too late now. All right, let's go and do the rest of our setup stuff. So, marketing budget's at 100% there. I shouldn't be looking at that. Operations budget. Put back down. Oh, promotions. Wait, no, they do go down. Advertising goes to max. Scout salaries go down. Scout travel goes down. Budget goes down. The other thing, we might be considering trading that Washington pick if there's a better alternative. But we're looking for the promotion teams anyways, so we have to go through. Boston's not that good. Boston. I have a feeling there's going to be worse teams than Boston, though. So far, no. Maybe Philly? Nah, I don't think so. I guess a lot of these teams are looking a lot better. Vancouver's really top heavy. Washington's actually not that bad. So Boston is actually the clear worst team. What's their goaltending like? It's not bad, actually. Man, these teams are all looking relatively okay. Arizona's not as good as I was thinking they would be, but they have two goalies, so they're not that bad. Buffalo. I have a goalie. Colorado. That's a goalie. I think Colorado should be on the list though. Colorado. Dallas. They have a goalie too. Man, all of these teams are actually not that bad. Because it used to be there was like clear bad teams, but now they're all kind of similar. We have LA's first, don't we? They're not that good. You know what? We'll keep LA's first, I think. I think LA's just as bad as Boston, really. There's Islanders, we do. Rangers. They don't have a goalie. NYR. Ooh, St. Louis. Which other team was so? Get rid of Philly, I guess. Whoops. Oh, yeah, maybe we should keep that Washington one because their goaltending is just horrendous. And they're not that great. Did I miss Winnipeg? They have a decent goalie. Um, Steelers. Rangers. Yeah, we'll take Colorado off. maybe Boston. So we got our teams. So I am actually, I think, going to keep both those picks. Yeah, see what happens. Okay, so for promotions, we at least know these 4 teams, and then we'll decide on the rest from there. Since there's nobody else for here, we'll do Boston. Boston, I guess let's do Winnipeg. Boston again. St. Louis. LA. Washington. Rangers. Rangers. Close enough. So promotions are done. What's next? Promotions, upgrade and maintain. Game tickets. What's the preseason is minimum? $246 plus 13 is $259. $380 plus 13 is $393. Then 559 plus 13 is $572. So again, if you haven't seen this before, I have all these prices recorded from the previous season. And then I have an approximate inflation rate, and just apply that. Auto assign merchandising concessions, because it doesn't seem like I can outsmart the game. Since we haven't looked at this for a while, we might as well just have a brief look. All-time revenue, I'm still not in first. Game ticket, I'm third. concession first, merchandise second, parking first, season ticket fourth. So I think over time, by the end of my career, I'll be first, but maybe not. It's going to be tough. Contracts, I think everything's good. Lines, we're not doing that. So we'll edit the lines completely. So Martins, Moss, Renz. So who scored more last season? 45, 43, 39. Man, not bad for a line, that number of goals. So it's supposed to be Martins, so I guess we'll do the same as what we had last season. So Renz setting up Martins. We don't do the rest yet. This one's going to be Threlfall, Taves, Leighton, because that would be the ideal second line. It's just that if we do that, the line chemistry goes down. Also, it's good to split the rookies onto different lines. It's not a bad idea. So Threlfall, Taves, Leighton. See, this is what happens if you let the game do your lines. Stupid. Threlfall. Leighton. Taves. Still negative. And then we have Dwyer, Savage, McLean. Yeah, Dwyer's the center. Dwyer. And then basically we're just going to put whoever fills out this line well. Savage. McLean. So I guess that's what we'll have to do. How is Pickerainen's 89? I mean, offensively hasn't produced any crazy amounts. Maybe we should give him a shot. Yeah, and it changes immediately, dramatically changes the line. So we'll do that. Right, left. Then who scored the most last season? 37. prorated, it's still Threlfall. Is he a sniper? He is. So then I guess we'll go based on whoever's better at passing and stuff. So Threlfall is, so we'll have Threlfall setting up Leighton. How good is Pickerainen? 93, 91. Is he better than them? He is. No way. So our defenseman's actually better puck skills than everybody. So a rare case where we will actually have Pickerainen doing this. I've never set that up before, but so we're gonna have Pickerainen basically setting up Leighton is the plan, which is why I switched Pickerainen's sides. So he shoots on his offside to get a better aim at net, and then he has his correct side to be able to give better passes. Because otherwise it's going to be far too difficult to set him up. Ideally, Pickerainen would be where Taves is, but we're not going to put a defenseman up on a wing. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so we put Dwyer there, so then that means who goes there? McLean and Savage. I wonder if it's going to negatively impact the line. It did, but not by a crazy amount, so that's okay. 4646. So I think Savage is better on his off wing. Okay. So then this is going to condense. We'll get rid of the rookie. If he plays well, he can have that spot, but he'll have to play into that spot. So Moss, Renz, Martins, McLean. Whoops. Moss, Renz, Martins, McLean. And same thing with Dwyer, because he's a rookie. So Threlfall, Taves, Leighton, Pickerainen. Threlfall. Taves. Whoops. Oh. We might flip the lines for just for the formations, because if we're going to be having Pickerainen as the setup guy, we don't want him playing left wing. Although he could, in this rare case. Yeah, actually, you know what? We will. So then this is... Just put him there for now. Flip that. Taves here. Then leave him there. Right in. Cool. Yeah. Why don't I just do that here? Doesn't impact the line chemistry. I'm torn on that. Yeah. I don't think... Basically, I'm just being OCD by putting a defenseman on defense. I don't think it makes any difference. I'm more comfortable doing it here, though, because the formation's different. Okay, then... Oh, yeah, defense-based... Or, sorry, penalty kill, we're just choosing the best at it. So, I have no idea who that's going to be now, because that's... Everybody's changed. So, let's just go through. 705, I'm pretty sure no. 427, pretty sure no. No. 93, 80, 85. Put you on 2. Six, 5, 9. Oh, I think he improved on a couple things. Because he's a lot better. It must have been like his shot blocking and stuff got better, I think. 805. So we'll put him on the third. Anybody else? Spellfall Mass. Martins, I'm pretty sure he's no good. He's no good. And Dwyer, how are you? 315. You're not bad. Not good either. Left wing. 705. Leighton is currently playing on the third. So I don't know yet. We might pull Martins up to this line, depending. $803, no. I thought McLean would be better. 427's pretty good. And Dwyer is what again? 315. Huh. Okay, so then I guess what we'll do, Martins, and then I think what we're going to do is the rookies are actually, believe it or not, going to play on the third pairing, or third, well, pairing forwards. Oh, Renz. How did I miss Renz? Whoops. Renz. Actually, let's go Renz and Moss. I think are going to be better. Oh, and I missed Taves. Total whoops-a-daisies. One, 2, 7, yeah. And then Martins will be the next one up if there's any injuries. I like the way this works out. Okay. Defense. Should we split these guys up? I think so, actually. Just to balance the lines, how's Heward for endurance and stuff? Sarno got the, what's the defensive trophy? I can't remember. But anyways, so it's not ideal to put him on the second line, but I think just to balance out the lines, it makes a lot more sense. What if we flip these guys? No. Okay, so Pickering and Heward. Whatever his name is, and Kajanov and Sarno. Then Sidhu, Bachman. How do we do the rest? So, friends. So Moss for number 1, I think. Well, let's try Renz. It works. Yeah, he's too good at shot blocking and stick checking. His face-offs aren't the best, but that's alright, because he's good at what he does. Or everything else he does. Moss with Kajanov and Sarno. And then Threlfall, Sidhu, and Bachman. We didn't have anybody else, I think, right? Dwyer. Not Moss for sure. Renz. Well, Martin's works. Maybe we change that up then. Ralph Taves. Four, 2, 7. Nah, actually, you know what? That's not so bad. He just comes in for the 3-man unit. That works for me. So it starts with Martins. Renz. Pickarainen. Heward. Threlfall. Threlfall. Who do we put with them? Let's put Leighton. Kushanov. Yes, I know. Then Moss. And Clean. Threlfall. No. Renz. Oh, whoops, my bad. It's not supposed to be McLean, it's Taves. Renz. Martins. Moss. Leighton. Threlfall. Taves. Dwyer. Savage. McLean. But Pickarainen though. Yeah, let's play Pickarainen. Ren's, Alpha, yeah, that's the same. Okay, who scored the most again? So it was Ren's is second, I think. Martin's is first. That looks good. How was Leighton? 38. McLean. 44. Mikanov, Gosselin, and then this. That's good. Cool, so those are going to be the lines. And so I'm already 30 minutes over, 30-ish minutes over. And I'm not done. So I'll just do the rest at the start of the next one. Yeah, there's only, basically it's assigning the scouts is all I need to do for the rest of the setup stuff, and then yeah, then it's starting to sim the season. I'll just do captains now too. Martin's is captain, Threlfall assistant, Ren's assistant. That works for me. Cool. So that's where we'll end it. If you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. The channel homepage has upcoming streams on regular NHL content. That's going to be tomorrow, covering the 2 previous weeks of NHL news. For franchise mode and Be It Pro, those schedules are in the About section of the channel. On that note, I don't think I said this in the earlier stream. What's going to happen for tomorrow, because we're doing the news stream, and I'm only going to do 2 streams in a day. That's doing more would be too much. So I'll swap the 2 and eliminate Be a Pro. So usually it would be a Pro in the morning, franchise mode in the afternoon. This time, or well, tomorrow, we'll flip it. It'll be franchise mode in the morning, and to replace Be a Pro, it'll be the NHL news. And I guess maybe because like it's light on the news, so what I might do is just do Be a Pro immediately after if it doesn't take too long. Because right at this moment there's not much news, and so if it takes like 30 minutes, then I could probably still do a full Be a Pro stream. So anyway, so we might do that actually, come to think of it, but we'll see. Anyways, any comments, leave them in the comments, suggestions likewise, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, like I said, for franchise mode instead of Be a Pro. Okay, bye.